Hey, Elon. This is Rhonda Arrington-Bey, Islam. So right now I'm at formerly Extended Stay America, now Admiral Suites. I'm outside the building again, and I'm off. Today is May the 1st, 2024, and I'm sunbathing. Um, so, uh, so it looks like there's some type of the clouds. A lot of times in Annapolis, the clouds look very, very odd. um, how they move across the sky. So, well, the United States Navy and Army are here, and military branches, and definitely it seems as though possibly they could be manipulating the weather in many forms, many ways. I first noticed this maybe um, 4 years ago. I noticed that the weather was odd in Annapolis, and then I was hearing like feedback with the lightning. So say a storm happens, and so a storm happens, or is going on, and as I'm walking, because I walk everywhere, um, I've been giving testimony, hearing a frequency like some type of science where a black Negro male, female accent say brother. Um, he loves you, she loves your son. It's some type of science that they're able to use to do such things. So also with the lightning, so I noticed that when the lightning would strike, um, that there would be a sound that was unnatural, but definitely sound like a vocal energy of English, like yelling, like maybe, so the lightning strike, hear someone say brother, real loud, but with the lightning, and it definitely sounded aggressive. I experienced this many times. Now I would say this is when I started to think, connect the dots about humanoid robots that are able to control technology, um, and lab experiments that I was possibly among here. Um, I wasn't sure. I didn't know until I started to experience the feedback or the frequency in the room, which I'm not accusing Admiral Sweets. Um, Pretty much, I really just started to really document. Well, after over $100 was stolen out of our account, our Bank of America account, I started to document. I documented then, and then also when I was this was during COVID. My hours were cut very short. Many people were, I know I was very concerned. I was trying to keep fear away, but I never experienced a pandemic before this lifetime, so I didn't know what could happen, what could not happen. It was still very stressful environment, in many cases, because of trying to follow the rules at Burger King and et cetera, et cetera. So with my hours being cut short, also I was trying to figure out ways to make money, or double whatever money I have. So whatever money or funding, whatever that the United States corporation gave, I was like, okay, how can this double? Because hours were short, so shorter than what they were. Anyway, I was watching Dogecoin. This is when I really started to study cryptocurrency, and the frequency in the room, male, was like, "Let us help you." And then many times they say this. I've heard this. Like I've heard them say Burger King. I've heard them say military, police, brother paid. She love your son. Um, we paid. The Birdman, homie, amigo. Um, uh, what else? Just different words. Stay. I heard that a lot. This a plotted thought. Like they keep saying stay, like someone like an animal. It definitely sounds unnatural. Like somebody, like there is a way to stay with them. So I don't, only you can only use the thought of not expanding your consciousness. So if you're among low frequency unclean spirits, who dwell on rape, molestation, using science, the science of telepathy to rape, molest, um, and other sciences. Maybe they're a lab experiment, the humanoid robot, to send forth sharp pains um, to the internal organs, to invade your mind mentally, to cause mental disease, physical disease. Um, and you are a part of a low frequency, and not only that, but spreading diseases, STDs, or whatever. But if you're a part of that world and you are trying to normalize that energy, that frequency, that filthy, unclean, unnatural frequency, you want to normalize it and make everyone follow that frequency of filth, then um, that would be also there are oops, hold on. This happens sometimes when I am talking about stuff like this, like a bug would just come out of nowhere. But we also know that the bug people, I heard them say the bug people. This is when I was finding roaches in the room. I was hearing them say the bug people in the room. So imagine lab experiments that are mongoloid or whatever that can control bugs. So, or so if you're trying to normalize being among unclean, filthy, and when I say mongoloid, I'm saying maybe that black hair or even pale skin, it could be another body, um, but just imagine some type of lab experiment connected to roaches, spiders, other forms of insects, and able to control them to mosquitoes, able to control them to cause them to inflict bites on humans, on healthy individuals. So nonetheless, stay hearing stay is like saying, now that you know how filthy, unclean, and low life we are, now you know how filthy, unclean, and low life we are, stay, because this is all there is. This is the world that we are in. There's, you are the same as we are. You are a filthy, low life, disease beast, and this is the world that we want, that you need to be a part of. This is the world that only exists. So that's where the connection I get with people in Annapolis out of the blue emphasized on the word stay. Okay, so and any clean, divine, righteous spirit would not have anything to do with something that's so filthy and unclean. I'm not saying everyone here in Annapolis is that way, but way, way too many, Mr. Elon Musk, too many. So anyway, it's May 1st, 2024, and this is not the only city on this landmass that's like this. And I just so happen to be in a city where the United States Navy, Army, other military branches, and the police are prevalent in experiencing these filthy, unclean behaviors.